See, government expenditures are broadly categorized into statutory expenditures or consolidated service fund, recurrent expenditure and development expenditure. Okay. So, here what is given? Day-to-day expenses for executing operations of a government. So, it comes under recurrent expenditure. See, statutory expenditure means the expenditure paid directly from the consolidated fund. Okay. Recurrent expenditures are required for the running expenditure of the government, like for example salary, wages of government employees, office expenses, travelling, maintenance of the plant, vehicle, equipment, etc. And there is also development expenditure for the development project like construction of road, railway, water, dams. So answer of this day-to-day expenses, will be recurrent expenditure. So answer is A. Ninth one, estimates to cater for the capital of a long-term project of the government. So here it will be for the long-term project of the government, it is special fund. So answer is G. And the last one, government money for the benefit of all citizens in a country. So you can check this answer, number I. Public money, government money for the benefit of all the citizens in a country is public money. Now coming to next part of the, mention 5 users of accounting information. See the information, which accountant record accounting information. Why? What is the need to record that information? Because it is useful for various users such as the owner itself, owners, or we can say even shareholders, for the government, for financial institutions, any lending institutions from whom business has taken loan, customers, then for the suppliers who are supplying goods or any material to the business and it is on credit. So they also want to know the accounting information. Investors, financial institutions, any lending institutions, employees, they also want to know what is the position of the business, position of the enterprise. Then only they will get their salaries, wages on time. So mention 5 users of accounting information: owners, government, financial institutions, customers, suppliers, investors, employees. Next one, question number 4. Briefly explain the following terms. Number 1, double entry bookkeeping system. Double entry bookkeeping system. See, it is a system whereby each transaction is recorded in the books of account twice. This word is very important. Each transaction is recorded in the books of account twice. So every transaction has 2 effects. One is on the debit side, one is on the credit side. So double entry has 2 equal and corresponding sides known as debit and credit. The left hand side is debit and the right hand side is credit. B, account. Account, or we can say ledger account. See, an account is a summarized record of transactions. Any transactions like salary paid, there will be 2 effects. One is on the debit side in the salary account, second will be credit in the cash account. So every transaction we record 2 sides, in one account, other in other account. So account is a summarized record of transaction affecting mainly 3 types of account: personal account, real account, or nominal account. So affecting one person or one kind of property or one class of gain, that is revenue, gain or loss. The account is divided into 2 equal sides, left hand side and right hand side, that is debit and credit side. So account is a summarized record of transactions. Then next, discount received. See, discount received. This is where the buyer of the goods or services is granted or given a discount by the seller. For example, suppose if we are buying something and cost of that goods, we are buying something and the cost of that goods what we are buying is 10,000, but the seller we ask for the discount and he is ready for 1,000 discount. So buyer gets discount, so it is known as discount received. So now 10,000 minus 1,000, we have to pay only 9,000. So what we will say, we received discount. Opposite of it is discount allowed. If the seller is giving someone, we are giving someone discount, what we will say, we allow discount. So here discount received. This is where the buyer of goods or services is granted a discount by the seller. Now coming to the next page, debtors. Debtors means what? These terms you already learned in Form 1, debtors and creditors. Debtors is a legal entity that owes a debt to another entity. It may be an individual, firm or a company, etc. And the counterparty is called as creditor. Debtors, see, whoever the customers who are buying goods from the business and amount is not payable immediately, amount is not paid by them immediately, they are considered as debtors. In future, business will receive amount from them, so debtors are an asset for the business. Debtors, a person who owes money or money's worth to the business. Amount receivable from a person for getting goods and services on credit from business is known as debtors. In short, business is to receive amount from debtors. They are asset for the business. Next, current liability. Current liability, say there are two types of liability, fixed liability and current liability. Fixed liabilities are the major source of fund in the business and benefit of which liability is available to the business for a long period of time. For example, capital, secured loan, long-term loan from banks and financial institutions. And current liability means what? Due to the regular activity of the business, when amount is payable to third party within a period of 1 year, it is known as current liability. In short, current liabilities are a company's short-term financial obligation. Financial obligation means amount is payable to them for that liability. So current liability, but within 1 year. So it is known as short-term. Current liabilities are a company's short-term financial obligations that are due within 1 year. This is very important. Or within a normal operating cycle. For example, creditors, bills payable, etc. Now here there is a next question. Enter the following balances and record the transaction for the month of April 2018 in the 3-column cash book. Now there is a space given at the back to solve, but to show you question immediately here side by side. So I am solving this question on this page and we will refer to question as given in the question. In the books of Mrs. Malongo, so giving heading, in the books of Mrs. Malongo, 3-column cash book for the month April 2018. Columns you can check over here. You will divide ledger into two parts. Right hand side is credit side, debit here left hand side, then date. So the columns are both the side. Date, particulars, folio, discount, cash, bank. Same on this side, date, particulars, folio, discount, cash, bank. As this is 3-column cash book. If it is double column cash book, it can be just cash and bank both the side. Now student, here you have to remember very simple thing. When the cash comes in, you will write on the debit side. When cash is going out of the business, you will write on the credit side, that is this right side. When cash comes in, debit side, cash goes out, credit side. Okay. When it is in the form of check, you will write in the bank column. and as and when contra entry will come, I will explain that same. Above give heading in the books of Mrs. Molongo 3-column cash book for the month of April 2018. I am writing here with the sketch pen so that it will be properly visible what we are solving. Now here it is given date 2018, so both side first in the date column you will write 2018. Then opening balance is given as on April 1st. Balance brought down cash and bank. So bank also debit balance is given, as it is not mentioned credit in the bracket. If it is mentioned credit, then you have to write in the on the credit side being overdraft. But remember, cash balance will comes always on debit side, bank can be on the debit or credit side. Now as it is given just balance brought down, both balances we have to consider on debit side. So starting with 2018 April 1st, so write in the date column 2018, then mentioning April 1st, write in the particulars, or you can write down here details. Balance brought down, you can see here cash is 11,000 and bank is 38,500. Still students, I will suggest you take printout of the question. PDF is already given in the description, and then solve the question with this. See, if you solve at least 5 years paper, and there will be enough good practice for the bookkeeping, which will definitely help you. After that, the balances of debtors and creditors are given. There is no need to write this debtors creditors in the cash book. This is the cash book. These balances are of debtors and creditors. If in the question it is mentioned to prepare their account, then their account will start with this opening balances. Debtors balance on the debit side, creditors balance on the credit side. Now why these balances are given? When the amount is receivable from debtors or payable to creditors, we can use these balances because it shows the amount of the balance in the account. Now one by one, on April 3rd, see, L. Mushi paid her account by check after deducting 5% cash discount. L. Mushi paid her. So in the debtors you can see here L. Mushi, whose balance is 10,000. Okay, now what is given? L. Mushi paid her account. She paid by check. See, read this carefully, by check. So when the amount is received, you have to write in bank column after deducting 5% cash discount. So here, how much balance is in the Mushi's account? 10,000. So 10,000, student, I will also show you in the working note. For the L. Mushi, 10,000 is receivable from her, and it is given 5% is discount given, so into 5 upon 100. So when you calculate discount, you will get amount 500. So how much amount was receivable from her? 10,000. When we deduct 500, so we will get the amount, actual amount received from her. So it is 9,500. So when the amount is received, you have to write on debit side. So debit side you will write April 3rd. April 3rd, the name is given L. Mushi. See, no need to leave one by one line also, you can just write here also. But to understand properly, it should be too clearly visible. I am writing here one by line. So discount is 500, and how much amount is received? We just calculated 9,500. See student, it is very easy cash book, and it is one of the very important question. So see properly again. See, simply you have to see what is given. She paid her account. You have to see L. Mushi is a debtor, right? From debtor, amount is receivable. Okay, we get the amount and not we are paying them. We are paying to creditors, and debtors we will receive amount from them. So when amount is received, you have to write on debit side. Now how much amount is received? That we have calculated. Here they have given that 5% cash discount, and here in this, in the discount we are writing just cash discount only, no trade discount we are considering. So 5% we have to take on this 10,000, so which comes 500. See how much amount is receivable, 10,000, right? But after giving her, see here it is written discount allowed. After we allowed her 500 discount, how much amount we received? 9,500. Now it is clearly given that she paid by check. So we have to write in bank column. See, it is given by check. Now next, April 7. Mrs. Molongo paid amount. Who is Mrs. Molongo? The owner of this business. So she paid. Okay, paid means amount is going out. We have to think for the business point of view. So business is paying, so amount will come on credit side. One thing is clear, we have to write on credit side. Paid amount. To whom paid? F. Freddy. See, creditor, there is a F. R. Freddy. R. Freddy. How much amount is to pay to him? 12,000. But did she give full amount? No. Here it is given less 2.5% cash discount. So on this 12,000, we have to take 5% cash discount. So again, so 12,000 into 2.5 upon 100, it is given 2.5%. Okay, those who don't know how to calculate like this 2.5, you can simply, whenever 2.5% is given, you can multiply with 5 upon 200, means both the side, numerator and denominator, we are making double. So when you solve this equation, you will get 300. See, this 2 0 cut, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, so 60, and when we multiply 60 into 5, it become 300. So now how much amount is to receive from Freddy? 12,000. So from 12,000, when we deduct this 300 discount, we will get 11,700. So how much amount is paid? 11,700. So when we pay amount, we have to write on credit side. What is the date? April 7. To whom this amount is paid? That name you will write here in particulars column. R. Freddy. Okay, how much was the discount? 300. And how much amount was paid? Now here also it is given paid by check. So you can see check. So write in the bank column 11,700. Just we have calculated. Okay, see student, if you don't understand, you can pause the video, make your own calculation, but do calculation on your own and then cross check. Okay, if you want to revise the video, you can revise again, but try to understand this cash book. It is very important. Now next, April 10, withdraw 15,000 cash from bank for office use. This word is very important. For office use, for office use. If it is personal use, then it becomes drawing. See, this is the contra entry. Always remember, there are only the two contra entry. One is cash deposited into bank and other is cash withdrawn from the bank for office use. When cash is deposited into the bank, account to be debited will be bank, and account to be credited will be cash. Cash is going out of the business when the cash is deposited, and bank's balance increases, amount is going in the bank. So bank debited, bank side in the account is debited, and cash column side will be credited. When cash is withdrawn means we are taking cash out from the bank. So the debit will be the cash column. Okay, cash column in the cash book, and credit will be from whom we are withdrawing? From the bank. It is for office use. So the credit will be bank column. So here in the same account, same books of account, both cash also and bank also, in the same book it is. So it is known as contra entry. Means in the same book the entry is coming both side. One is on the debit side, one is on the credit side in the same book. So now here read again what is given. Withdraw 15,000 cash from the bank for office use. Withdraw cash. See, withdraw cash means what will be debited? Cash side will be debited and bank side will be credited. Okay, see this contra entry very carefully. If it is 3 column cash book, then definitely there will be transaction like this. So what is the date given? April 10. Entry will come on the both side. So both side write down April 10. Okay, cash is withdrawn. Cash is withdrawn. So which is debited? See, which column is debited? Cash column. Withdrawn means cash is coming in the business. So first of all, what you will do, you will write amount in the cash column. See, follow the same way so you will not make mistake. In the cash column, write the amount 15,000. When you are writing in the cash column, in the particulars column you will write bank, and in the folio you will write C. See, you can even write C over here, that is also correct. And now on the credit side, see which account is credited when the cash is withdrawn? Credit is bank column, right? So on the credit side, in the bank column write down 15,000. When you are writing in the bank column, write in the particulars word cash, that is the account which is debited. Write in the folio C. Okay, so you can see entries, the same transaction entry effect is in the same account both side, debit also here, credit also here. For the other transactions like this, L Mushi, April 3rd, when L Mushi paid her account. So one effect is we have given in this book, second effect will be in the L Mushi on the credit side. See students, if you have any problem for the ledger account, how to give the second effect, I will share the link in the description where I have solved cash book and all ledger accounts. So go and check if you have any doubt. Now April 15, Mrs. Malongo sold goods on credit. What is the word given over here? On credit. So this transaction is to confuse students. Which book we are solving? Cash book. Okay, in the cash book only cash transactions comes in, means cash receipts and cash payments. So anything on credit, it has no entry in the cash book. Okay, because what will be the effect of this? Mrs. Malongo sold goods to L Mushi. So account to be debited will be L Mushi and account to be credited will be sales. So there is no space for the cash book. Okay, now April 17. So remember April 15 there will be no effect in this book. April 17, L Simepo. Who is L Simepo? You can see here. Paid amount. So L Simepo is debtors. You can see debtors means from whom amount is to receive. You can see L Simepo 16,000 is receivable from. L Simepo paid amount owing by check. Again they are paying check. Less 2.5% cash discount. So let's calculate for April 17. L Simepo, how much amount is to receive? 16,000. L Simepo 16,000. How much is the discount given? 2.5%. So for 2.5% you can write down into 5 upon 200 into 5 upon 200. So when you calculate this, 16,000 into 5 upon 200, you will receive discount. Say student, pause the video and calculate yourself and then cross check. So the answer is 400. So how much actually amount is received? From this 16,000 you will deduct this 400 discount. So 16,000 minus 400. So actual amount received is 15,600. So as amount is received, it will come on debit side. On the debit side, April 17, L Simepo discount is 400, and as amount is received from check, you have to write in bank column. See student, this you have to Write very carefully. If you write this amount wrongly in the cash column, then your balance will be wrong. April 20, Mrs. Malongo paid check. Paid is given word paid, so amount will come on, transactions will come on credit side. So write down on credit side, April 20, paid wages by check 31,500. Okay, so amount should be go in the bank column 31,500. This amount is going for wages, so the account you will write here name wages. So one effect will be in the wages account debit side, and the second effect we have written over here. Next, April 22, Mrs. Malongo paid amount owing to L. Andrew. So L. Andrew is a creditor to whom amount is payable is 20,000. So paid amount to L. Andrew by check after deducting 5% cash discount. So paid amount, so it will come on credit side as business is paying amount to L. Andrew, so amount is going outside. So L. Andrew you will write here. How much amount is to pay to them? 20,000. Again here discount is given. So L. Andrew, see 20,000 is given amount to paid, and how much is discount? 5%. So into 5 upon 100, so this 0 0 go, 5 to the 10 and this 2 0. So total discount is 1,000. 20,000 is to be payable. When we deduct this 1,000 discount from this, actual amount paid is 19,000. So here L. Andrew, in the discount you will write 1,000 and amount in the bank column will be 19,000. Next, S. Sogodi paid the amount owing by check. Who is L. Sogodi? She is debtor. Amount is receivable from how much? 12,000. So we have to, business has to receive 12,000 from her, but she paid after deducting 2.5% cash discount. So let's find out the discount amount. S. Sogodi 12,000 into 2.5% given into 2.5%, you can write it as 12,000 into 5 upon 200. Okay, so the answer will be 300. You can directly 12,000 into 2.5% take, the answer will be same. So how much amount is paid? 12,000 minus this 300, which comes 11,700. Okay, so writing it on the debit side, L. Sogodi, discount is given 300 and amount is received 11,700. Last one, April 20th, Mrs. Malongo paid the amount owing to E. Sebago. E. Sebago is creditor. You can see amount is payable to them is 28,000. Now it is paid by check after deducting 2.5% cash discount. So in the same way you will calculate discount. So April 28, E. Sebago, how much the amount? 28,000. So I am doing it here. E. Sebago 28,000. How much is discount? 2.5% into 2.5 upon 100. So 28,000 into, if you take 2.5%, it will become 700. You can even do like this, 28,000 into 5 upon 200. So the answer will be 700. This 20 gone, 2 ones are 2, this will become 140, so 140 into 5, 700. So write down here, discount is 700. When we deduct this 700 from 28,000, we will get 27,300. So in this way we finish all these transactions. Now at the end we have to find out balance. Still many students, I heard, as I observed, many students don't know how to find out balance. So here I will show you again. See student, for the discount column, there is no need to find out balance because it is totally different. One side is discount allowed, second side is discount received. So when you make the total on the debit, discount allowed 500 plus 400 plus 300. So it will become 1200. Discount received separately we will calculate 1700, 1800, 1900 and 2000. Okay. Now second column we are considering cash. See, cash always debit side will be more than the credit side, or the debit side and credit side will be equal. It will never happen that debit side is less than the credit side, remember. So 11,000 plus 15,000, and there is nothing is given on the credit side. So 10, 10, and so it total become 26,000. The greater side you write both the side in the same column, cash column. Now to find out the balance from this 26,000, you have to minus the given amounts given in the cash column on the credit side, but there is nothing is given, so 26,000 minus this 0. So we have to write down this balance on the lower side. So here it is on the credit side, so it will be 26,000. Okay, here you will write balance carried down, and the last date of the month you will give, so April 30. Now see the balance how I am calculating for the bank. First you will make the total of the debit side, total of the debit side. So 38 I will also show here. So see, bank, what is the total of the debit side you have to do? 38,500 plus 9,500 plus 15,600 plus 11,700. So the total of this four amounts on the debit side, it becomes 75,300. Okay. Now you have to make the total of the credit column, 11,700 plus 15,000 plus 31,500 plus 19,000 plus 27,300. So the credit side total is 104,500. Now see student, whenever we have to find out the balance, you have to write down the total which is more on the both side. So the credit side is more, 104,500. So write down this total on the both side. So 104,500. Okay. Now you have to take the difference of the both amount, this debit and credit. So the difference of this is 29,200. This you have to write on the lower side. So lower side is which? Debit side. See, here we have written this 104,500. But is the total of the debit side is this much? No. So we have to write down this difference amount here so that the total will be the same. So the difference is 29,200. Here you will give name balance carried down. See, bank balance can come on any side. If it is overdraft, it can come on this side. Now this balance you have to carry next month, May 1st, on the opposite side. So balance brought down. See, bank balance is given on the credit side, so now it will come, sorry, here given in the debit side, so it will come here on the credit side, being overdraft 29,200. The cash balance given here on the credit side, so it will come here on the debit side, 26,000. Balance brought down May 1st. Okay, in this way we prepare 3-column cash book. If discount allowed and received account is asked, you have to simply prepare ledger account discount allowed, and this total you will write on the debit side in the discount allowed, and for the discount received you will write down the total on the credit side and then carry the balance. Now the next question we will do here, it is just ask prepare 3-column cash book. So we prepare 3-column cash book. Now the last question is given over here. The following balances were extracted from the books of G. George for the year ended 31st December. Use the information provided to prepare his statement of financial position. Sorry, one more question is given after this cash book. Question number 5 is cash book. After this there is a question on petty cash book. Question number 6. T. Thomas, a sole trader, keeps his petty cash book on the impressed system. See, impressed system means what? It is a system for supplying and controlling petty cash, in which the petty cashier is given an initial cash amount called as float, sufficient for a particular period of time, and at the end of the period what petty cashier do? He reimburse with the equal amount which is spent to restore the initial level of cash. So here it is asked to prepare petty cash book following impressed system, and the impressed amount is given 50,000, and these are petty cash transactions given. Record the given transaction in T. Thomas petty cash book and show the restoration of the petty cash to the impressed amount as on 1st March 2017. See, this is very important. Okay, when to restore the amount, it is given as on 1st March. Use the following analysis column. So here it is also given that which column we have to prepare for the analytics. So let's draw petty cash book. So now here I have drawn petty cash book. Here in the question it is given T. Thomas. So name of the proprietor T. Thomas. So you can give heading in the books of T. Thomas petty cash book. The columns will be receipts, folio, date, particulars, voucher number, total, and here directly analysis columns are given: wages, stationery, postage and ledger. So we have prepared wages, stationery, postage and ledger. Okay, so receipts you are writing this side, debit side, and payments all will come here on the right side. Okay, let's start with Thomas, a sole trader, keeps his petty cash on the impressed system. The impressed amount is 50,000. Okay, so 50,000 balance should be over there in the beginning. The petty cash transactions are given 2017. How much is the petty cash in hand? It is 4670. 4670. So in the on February 1st, you can write down balance brought down. How much is balance given? 4670. So here you can write down 4670. These amounts are in Tanzanian shillings. You can write down in the bracket the currency given in the question. Okay. Now on the February 1st only it is given petty cash restored to impressed amount. Okay, so here see, you can see how much is the amount petty cash. Impressed amount is 50,000. Okay, so 50,000 I can show here in the working note. The impressed amount is 50,000 and the balance, opening balance is 4670. So when you deduct 4670 from this 50,000, so student, you can pause the video and calculate. So the answer is 45330. So make again, see what is meaning of impressed. So that means the same, that amounts to means to given the same, to maintain the same initial stock. This reimbursed, the balance amount should be reimbursed. Petty cash float is the amount at which the petty cash starts each period. It is also known as impressed amount. So the petty cashier is reimbursed with the amount equal to the amount spent in order to restore the initial level of cash. So here we have to restore initial level, that is 50,000. How much is cash in the hand? 4670. So how much amount if receive again, then there will be same 50,000. So we deduct from 50,000 the amount which is in the hand. Okay. So the answer is 45,330. So we will write that amount. Next column we will write down here. It is not given like check is received. It is just given petty cash restored to impressed amount. So write down here on the same date, Feb 1st. On the same date you will write Feb 1st. Cash. You can write in the folio cash book. So the amount received is 45,330. Okay. Then the next transaction one by one now we will do. Feb 3rd, paid wages. Paid wages. So Feb 3rd. Now it is very easy, one by one you have to write down the transaction. Amount is going for wages. Okay. How much it is? 8760. Each amount will come twice. One you will write down in the total column 8760. Now it is for wages, so just find out the column for wages. So it is given wages. So in the same column write down 8760. 8760. Okay. Now the next one, purchased postage stamps. So write down next, purchased postage stamp. It is given on February 7. So write down Feb 7. Postage stamps. How much it is? 2940. 2940. See here the column is there for postage. Write down in that column 2940. Now the next one, again paid wages on Feb 10. So write down Feb 10 for wages. How much it is? 9110. So once you will write down first in the total column, then in the wages column. So amount will you have to write down 2 times. All amount will go in the total column and the second time in the respective column. Next, February 14 purchased envelopes. So Feb 14, write down here envelopes. The amount is 2280. First write down in the total column. Now the envelopes will fall in the stationery. So write down in stationery 2280. Next, paid wages on Feb 17, 8840. Write down in wages. See students, solve together with me for practice, or you can just see the video and then you can solve without looking into the video and then you can cross check your answer. Feb 20, now what is given? Paid cash to Mr. J, a creditor, 4160. So you have to write down the name, Mr. J Muriati. The amount is 4160. Write in the total column. When we are paying to someone, there is a column at the end, ledger. So you have to write down that amount in the ledger column. Okay. Now the next one, purchased stationery, Feb 21. It is given just stationery, so mention the same word. Amount is 2750. and the second time you write down in the stationery column. And the last one, Feb 24 paid wages, write down Feb 24 wages. It is given 8480, write down wages, write down amount in total column 8480, and the second you will write in the wages column 8480. Now at the end, what you will do, you have to draw here line, okay, and make total of each column. So total column is 47,320. In the same way you will make total of each column, wages, stationery, postage and ledger separately. So the total of the wages column is 35,190. Wages, afterwards stationery 5,030, then postage 2,940 and ledger 4,160. The total of this column, total vertically, and this horizontal, it should match. Afterward, just in the same way in the ledger account, how you calculate balance, we will calculate balance as it is given, impressed to be maintained as on 1st March 2017. If it is not given, you can restore the amount even before making the total over here. So now receipt side you can see 45,330 and 4670. So we are having total 50,000 in hand. Okay, so this 50,000 and the total amount spent is 4730. So when we deduct 50,000 from 50,000 less 47,320, we will get amount 2680. You can cross check answer. So the balance at hand is 2680. So you will write over here. See students, see very carefully how I am writing. 2680. This is balance. Okay, how much amount is it? Main balance carried down Feb 28. This will be carried down March 1st. Balance brought down 2680. Now as in the question it is given restoration in the petty cash to the impressed amount as on 1st March 2017. So now we have to same in here how we made to make 50,000. We took the difference 50,000 minus 4670, so we get this amount. Now in the same way, when we deduct 50,000 minus 2680, obviously we will get the same amount. How much amount is spent, the same amount we will receive again, so that the petty cashier will have the same 50,000 in hand to spend for petty cash. So we will write here 47320. In this way our petty cash book is ready. Say again, we made total of this total column, we took balance, this is 50,000 receipt we are having. From this we deducted the amount spent 47,320, so we get balance 2680, which we carried to March 1st, and then the difference 50,000 minus 2680, that is this 47,320, we have written over here as cash received, so that again if we make total of this two amount, the total amount available to our petty cashier will be 50,000. See, if it is given like restoration should be on March 28, then in this case this amount with the amount received should come over here as cash. Okay, so in this way our petty cash book is ready. Now we will move to the last question. So we solved this petty cash book. Now the last question given. The following balances were extracted from the books of G. George for the year ended and use the following information to prepare his statement of financial position. So let's prepare statement of financial position. Which are the items given over here? Just check. Capital, loan from K China, loan is taken, loan from uncle taken, so liability. Sales furniture, loan given to Majuma, so this is asset. Building, non-current asset. Net profit is directly given, that's why we are preparing here directly statement of financial position. We are not preparing income statement, this is even not asked. So to preparing statement of financial position, so let's start with the following balances were extracted from the books of G. George for the year ended 31st December 2017. Use the information provided to prepare his statement of financial position as on 31st December 2017. So in the books of G. George, statement of financial position as at 31st December 2017. So first of all, you will give this heading. So starting with, you all know the format. First we are writing all non-current asset. So give heading non-current assets. Non-current assets means all fixed asset. Okay, all fixed assets with the company, with the business. These are assets, whether tangible, intangible, which have real existence and are fixed by nature and give benefit to the business for a long period of time, like land and building, machinery, furniture, fixture. Okay, so let's find out all this non-current asset from the question given. So here in the question you can check the non-current asset. So see, whenever you are taking any item, you should make tick, so it will not repeat again or you will not forget any item. So find out one by one. Capital, then here sales. See, you can see furniture is there, which is non-current asset. Then building is here, then land is here, then motor vehicle is here, and the fixtures and fittings. So furniture, building, land, motor vehicle, and fixtures and fittings. So these items we will write down first here in the non-current asset. So you can pause and write down all these assets. So this non-current asset, after writing all this non-current asset, you have to make total of this non-current asset. Okay, and write the amount of the total on the outer column. So if you make total of this item 100, 100, 200, 300. So the total is 420,000. After non-current asset, you will give heading all current asset. So write down all current asset, give heading current assets. Now current assets are all those assets which are used to manage day-to-day activities and keep on changing their form easily and easily converted into cash, like debtors, cash in hand, cash at bank, stock. Okay, so here we will find out in the question which are current assets in the question given over here. So you can see capital, so you can see here loan to Majuma, so this is current asset given over here. Okay, bank order, okay, so you can see a stock as income statement. It is not given, it is directly statement of financial, so we have to consider it as a closing stock itself. And debtors given. Okay, see, loan given to someone is asset, so loan given to and stock and debtors. So these three current assets are given in the question. So write down these three current assets. After writing all this current assets, you have to make total of these three. Okay, so it is becoming 115, 450. So after this, writing all non-current assets and current assets, we will make total of both the columns, both the amount non-current asset and current asset. So you will find total assets. Okay students, see student, this question is very easy and very scoring, just there is a need of little practice. So it is 535, 450. So you got total assets. So one half this half part of the question is ready. Afterwards you have to write down finance by. See, there are different ways. Some also write down after this, some deduct less all liabilities, and then at the end you will find out the capital. That is also correct. So first you are writing all assets, then you will minus liabilities, so at the end you will get capital. Or you can write down like this, all non-current assets, then current assets, that is total assets, then give heading financed by, write down financed by. Now here check capital, net profit and drawing given in the question, or there can be net loss. So you can see here, this capital is given here, net profit is given over here, and drawing is given over here. See, whenever this type of question is given, see that you are writing correct amount. You can use scale. Okay, first draw lines in between so that you will not write the wrong amount. Like in furniture you are taking the amount of sales. Don't do like this. Don't do like this silly mistakes. So now here we will write down capital, then we will add net profit and deduct drawing. So first you have written capital, which is given in the question, 200,000, you can see here. Then net profit is given 31,270, add net profit, less drawing, which is given in the question. So you can see drawing is 25,400. Okay, see, there was one question in the multiple choice question, net profit increases capital. So you can see here we added net profit in the capital, so it increases capital. Remember, it will be always like this, capital add net profit. If there is net loss, you have to minus, that is less net loss, and if there is drawing, you have to deduct. It is not necessary that all items will be over there. So if there is only capital is given, you will directly write down outer column. Afterward you will write down long term liability if it is given in the question, non-current liabilities, long term loan. So we just in the beginning only checked all the items, there is no non-current liability. Afterward give heading current liability, give heading current liabilities. Now here just check in the question. So loan from K China and loan from uncle. So this is liability. See student, at the end I will tell you very important thing. So don't miss that part. Okay. Afterward there is given this bank overdraft and this creditors. So these are current liabilities given in the question. So writing that current liabilities, loan. So we have written all the current liabilities given, loan from K China, loan from uncle, okay, 150,000, then bank overdraft given and creditors given over here. Okay, see, look into question and this, see on the screen properly. So finance by and this liabilities. See, sometimes you can also find this type of solution. See very carefully. You can also see sometimes some are also writing like total assets, then they will deduct this all liabilities. So when you will deduct 329,580 from 535,450, you will get at the end answer 205,870. So that is also correct, or you can write even this way. So non-current asset, current asset, so this is total asset, then finance by and then current liabilities. So when you make total of this both, you will get answer 535,450. So you can see in this way we prepare statement of financial position, all non-current asset, then current asset, so total asset, then finance by and current liabilities. Okay, as I told, some can write like this, all non-current asset first, so 535,450, then all current liabilities, they will deduct all current liabilities, that is 329,580. So when they deduct, you will get the answer 205870. Even you can give its heading owner's equity, that is this capital. Okay, so this way also you can do, or this way also you can do. Now the important part which I want to tell in this question, see, there are many other items like sales is given. Okay, don't take sales because here already you are provided with net profit. Okay, sales is a part of income statement, so don't take sales. Even purchases, don't write, it is part of income statement. Salaries, it is part of income statement. Wages, it is part income statement. Rent, it is part of income statement. So don't make mistake of taking these items in statement of financial position. Sales, purchases, rent, wages, salaries, this will come in income statement. And what we are preparing over here, statement of financial position. See students, so in this question, in this video, we solved the paper of year 2019. Okay, now we will also solve all other papers. You can check on this channel, there is a playlist of Form 2 National Exam paper solution. So there you will get all the papers. In the description, in each video link, you will get the PDF of papers. So take printout and solve with the video. All the best. My all good wishes are with you. Have a good day.